exploring the descriptive statistics part. So what is the descriptive? Yeah, this is the first topic as part of artificial intelligence course, because you should be knowing the fundamentals of descriptive statistics. But don't worry, we will be looking at level of statistics also. But advanced in the sense, don't think that I'm going to cover the PhD level statistics, which is not required. All of you from the career point of view, whatever the things that you are going to use it as part of study, that is the one I'm going to cover it. So before we dive in exploring what is descriptive statistics, first let us understand what is statistics. So what is statistics? Can someone unmute yourself and tell me, now I already enable you to unmute yourself to ask more interactive, okay? What is statistics? It's a subject. No, don't say it's a subject. Yeah, so statistics is a subject, mathematics is a subject, even AI is also a subject, right? Statistics is a branch of mathematics. It is a branch of mathematics. It deals with collecting, interpreting, organizing, and interpretation of the data. So that is what statistics all about, okay? So what we do is, for example, your manager is giving you data, okay? Once you receive the data from your manager, instead of applying the fancy algorithms like machine learning algorithm, deep learning algorithm, generative and all that, understand the data by applying some mathematical or statistical techniques. Okay, instead of using the bigger or the state-of-the-art algorithms and all, first start with understand what the data is all about. Okay, and apply some statistical techniques to get to know some the basics of the data. Okay, or the essence of the data. Okay, what exactly this data talks about. For example, you have the order related transaction data is available. It consists of almost let's 2000 orders you received it. In that Excel file, 2000 orders are there. So order number and order date and the product ID and customer product key, customer key. Everything is there, and quantity, how much quantity they bought in a specific order, and how many, what is the price, and what is the sales amount, what is the tax, everything, okay, including shipping charges also. Okay, that is the data you have it for each and every order. Okay, so you wanted to understand in which order you got more number of quantities. Okay, in which order you receive more number of quantities, which order, what is the maximum number of the quantities that you received it, and then what is the minimum quantity that you received, and then average, you take the average. Okay, and then we have something called first quartile and third quartile. You want to understand what the first quartile and third quartile of the quantities that you received it. Okay, basically we call this a 5-number summary. Okay, what we do is we have the data, but we don't want to jump in directly by applying the state-of-the-art algorithms. See, it's a simple analogy, this one here. For example, you have some stomach pain. Okay, you have stomach pain. You go and meet the doctor. What the doctor does, for example, the day one you visit the doctor because of stomach pain, and if the doctor take you to the operation theater, the very first day itself, and then if he, take the knife and cut your stomach, and if he gives you anesthesia, will you agree for that? Are you okay with that? You just went there to check with him the cause for the stomach ache. Maybe infection. You ate some stale food outside, and because of that you develop some infection, right? The infection does not mean you have some blockage in your intestine or something like that, correct? You just go for a checkup, and immediately if you take it to the operation, then if you get operated, that is not good. But rather, what he does is he just conducts some basic test by pressing your stomach and all. You ask where you have pain and all. Fine. The next thing is, okay, better you take this antibiotic. Okay, and then you do this test. Okay, blood test. So let's say you go for a blood test, and then you will see the blood test. and the result, blood test results. And based on, we say, no, nothing is there, everything is good. It seems to be infection, viral infection or some other infection or bacterial infection. It gives you the tablet. He's not taking you directly to the operation theater, but instead he does the basic investigations or tests, and based on this, he prescribes the tablets. And then painkiller also he gives you. Same way, we don't want to apply the fancy algorithm, hi-fi algorithms to make some predictions upfront. What we start with first, I understand the given data, the basics of the given data, right? So that the nutshell of the data. Okay, what exactly this data tells us. Okay, so that is what the basic level, fundamental understanding about the data is very much required. So, like as I said, minimum orders received for the last 6 months. What are the maximum orders we received it? Okay, and for maximum number of items ordered by the customers in category or in Samsung mobile phone, how many maximum number of orders? What is the minimum number of orders received it by location? So that you will get to know how in this location we sell only very minimum amount of Samsung mobile phone, but whereas in other areas or in a specific areas, we sell more on the Samsung phone. By looking at this, by interpreting, this one, by applying the statistical technique, minimum, maximum, what you do is you make the right decision at the right time. Okay, making the right decision at the right time is key to the success of the any business. So now you understood. Okay, so in specific location, they're selling more on the Samsung mobile phone, but in other location, you could see that we already sold 2 or 3 Samsung mobile phones. But in those location, you kept almost 400 to 500 mobile phones in stock. The Samsung mobile. The other location, there are some locations you can see that they made more sales for the Samsung mobile phone. So obviously, what you do in that case, the area where we don't sell much, the places where you sell more. Correct? That is what. என்னன்னா இப்போ நம்ம வந்து நார்த் மெட்ராஸ்ல வந்து ஐபோன் நிறைய விற்கவே இல்லை. அதே வந்து பெசன் நகர், அடியாறு, இந்த மாதிரி அண்ணா நகர்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய ஐபோன் வாங்குறாங்க. பட் என்னன்னா இந்த நார்த் மெட்ராஸ்ல கொண்டு போயிட்டு ஒரு 1000 ஐபோன் அங்கே ஸ்டாக்ல வச்சிருக்கோம். பட் என்னன்னா அங்கே விற்கிறதே இல்லை. எதுக்கு அங்கே விற்கணும்? We are not at all selling there the iPhone. Okay, and why do we need to stock up more there? But once you have the data, but see, in this example, I just gave you 4 locations. But in real world scenario, you will sell the products across all the cities, all the places in India. Okay? So in that case, all the cities. So you do not know, right, which city you have more, you are selling more number of iPhone. கோயம்புத்தூர்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லாட் ஆஃப் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியலிஸ்ட் அங்கே நிறைய ஐஃபோன் போகுது. பட் சென்னையிலையும் again depends on the area. So each city also have different areas, right? So in the area we are not selling well. This area we are selling. Whichever area we sell more quantity of mobile phone, அந்த ஏரியால கொண்டு போயிட்டு நிறைய ஸ்டாக் வைங்க. எந்த ஏரியால வீக்லியோ அங்கேயே நிறைய ஸ்டாக் வைக்கணும். If you keep more, if you overstock iPhone, in those areas, we don't see any sales at all or very poor sales. There's no point in stocking up more iPhone in that specific area where you don't sell it at all, right? So better you can ship everything to the location where you sell more. This is a simple example, okay? So what exactly statistics is all of? Statistics is a branch of mathematics. It's a branch of mathematics. It deals with collecting the data, interpreting the data, organizing the data. Okay, so that is what the statistics is all about. But with statistics, using statistics techniques, we will first understand, right, what is there in our data. Okay, so by doing this, we are able to understand what type of distribution data has. We'll talk about distributions a little later, okay? So next one is, look here, this is what I discussed about. Stat is a branch of statistics, collecting the data, interpreting the data, everything, right? So that is what? Probability theory. So apart from collecting the data, all the things, right? Probability theory. So what do you mean by probability theory? Using in statistics, there is a topic called probability. Using the probability theory, we can make some prediction. What do you mean by making prediction? For example, somebody is asking you, what are the chances or what is the probability that tomorrow it will rain? What are the probability that tomorrow it is going to rain? So what we say usually, so but you see the weather report and then you say, no, there is a 60% chances that it will not rain tomorrow. 60% chances that tomorrow it will not rain. Okay, 60% chances tomorrow it will not rain. But as a statistician, you never use percentage. Instead of percentage, you use percentage. But in place of percentage, when it comes to probability and all, right? So you will be using the probability. Okay. So the probability values ranges between 0 and 1. Probability values are ranging between 0 and 1. So any value closer to 0, that means the probability of that specific event happens is very less. Any value that is closer to 1, the probability that the specific event can occur. For example, if I say there is a 0.7 probability, instead of saying percentage, 0.7 probability that tomorrow it is going to rain. That means there is a higher likelihood that it is going to rain tomorrow. Okay. Instead of saying that 70%, I'm going to say 0.70. So there is a 0.70 probability that it is going to rain tomorrow in the sense, yes. Higher the probability. What do you mean by higher the probability? The values that are closer to 1, that means the higher probability. Those kind of events can occur. Events or disease can have occur. What is the probability that this person can develop skin cancer? There is a 0.4 probability. That means lower probability. There is a lesser chances that this patient can develop skin cancer. So instead of using percentage, when it comes to probability, we use probability values 0.5, 0.6, 0.1 or 1, right? 1 is the highest probability. That is where. So statistics is a branch of mathematics. As part of statistics, we collect the data, analyze the interpret and present the data in the form of numerical data. And probability theory also, using which we can make predictions. Okay. So what are the importance of statistics? It will help us make data-driven decisions. The same example which I quoted. In the North Chennai, we are not selling a more number of iPhone. Hardly few people they are buying. 1 or 2 people they are buying it, not much. So what they know, so now you understood, right? You applied the statistics, minimum and maximum. And maximum you could see that in Besant Nagar you're selling more, Anand Nagar you're selling more. Because with that you can understand more people in that specific area can afford to buy iPhone. Hence, if I keep more iPhone mobile phones in stock, the chances that I can sell more. So these kind of decision that you take based on the data, right? So that is the reason why it helps us to, that's the reason why you can, with this you can understand, right? Help make data-driven decisions, identify patterns and trends, quantify uncertainty. What do you mean by uncertainty? And we do not know whether it is going to rain tomorrow or not. But you do not know whether you are going to get married within 2 months or 3 months, right? Because let's say you are eligible bachelor or eligible spinster, and you are not sure the next 3 months you are going to get married, because as of today nothing you found conflict, right? So what you do is use probability. With probability you can predict the uncertainty. So what is the probability that I can get married in 2 months time or 3 months time? If somebody says yeah, there is a higher probability that you will get married, they can say higher probability. But is there any way that I can quantify that? Chuma higher probability. There are chances that you may. Alman sort of the is there any problem that I can quantify, or is there any way that I can quantify the probability? Yes. Like I said, the probability values are ranging between 0 to 1. 0 to 1 என்ன அர்த்தம் 0.4 இருக்கலாம் 0.5 இருக்கலாம் 0.6 இருக்கலாம் 0.7 இருக்கலாம் 0.8 இருக்கலாம். So 0.8, 0.6, 0.7 are a higher probability that it can happen. So 1 second here. Charge with rupees 149. Get 2 per day. Okay, so this is some. Okay, so you can quantify the uncertainty also. Like I said, 0.7 probability it will rain tomorrow. There is a 0.8 probability that I will get married in the next 2 to 3 months, right? So these are the importance of statistics. Once you know the statistics, by assigning the probability values for the uncertain events, you can get a better idea. Identify patterns and trends. So, okay, what is the patterns? What are the patterns are there? So, in which location customers are buying, or in which location the specific product or service they are not buying it more. Based on this, you can make some decisions, right? Next one is the branches of statistics. There are 2 branches are there at a high level as part of statistics. One is the descriptive statistics, other one is inferential statistics. First, what we'll do is we'll start with explore the descriptive statistics. And before even starting the descriptive statistics, there is some fundamental thing you should be aware of it, the levels of measurement. Okay. 1 second, somebody is calling me. 1 second. Okay. So before we dive into the descriptive statistics, let us understand there are certain fundamental aspects of statistics. You have different types of variables, okay, in statistics. Nominal type of the variable, ordinal type of the variable, interval, ratio. These are the 4 levels of measurement. We call those also levels of measurement. See, what do you mean by levels of measurement in simple term? For example, unit of measure. You know what is unit of measure, right? So you never say I ate 5 liters of rice. Can you say I ate 5 liters of rice, or 500 liters of milliliters of 500 milliliters of rice I ate it? Can you say like that? No, right? Instead of what you do, you can say 200 grams of rice I ate, and then 100 grams of meat I took, and then I took dessert. Okay, if I ask your age, you say in terms of years, right? Let's say you are 22 years completed, or 32 years completed, 34 years completed, or 29 years completed. Okay, you never say you 29 liters, 29 kgs. That does not make any sense. People will laugh at us, right? If I say I am 29 kgs, that is a weight. What they say, I'm not asking your body weight, man. Please tell me your age. So the kgs are different. The years of age is different. Okay, so number of days completed, right? Since your birth, that is also fine. It's all days, years, and months. Also, it's different from the kilograms, height, and the weight, right? Different variables represent different unit of measures. When it comes to statistics, they have classified the levels of measurement into 4 different categories. One is a nominal, one is ordinal, interval, and ratio. What is nominal? What is nominal? Just labeling the data. For example, I have given you the last 6 months order transactions related data in Excel file that it contains almost 10,000 orders we received it. Okay. And each and every order has order date, order number, and customer key, product key, category key, and location key. Like this, you have many keys, and plus quantity and price and amount sold, and then sales amount. Okay, sales amount, and then you have tax and discount, all the things. But when I ask you, after giving this Excel sheet, which contains 10,000 orders in it, if I ask you a question like this, can you tell me how many number of mails made on order with us? How many number of females they ordered with us? Also tell me, compared to these two gender, male or female, which gender are buying more from us? What will be your answer? What will be your answer? You cannot tell, right? My Excel sheet, I just show you here. Are you guys feeling sleepy? And just see order number is something like something like order number and order date. Or the simple why to waste time, I just opened with something existing data. Yeah, I'll just open this data set. See, you have row ID, order date, ship mode, and then let's say they've given you this many number of data, right? How many number of records are there? I just press Control N and see almost 25,006 orders are there. 25,006 orders are there in this Excel file. Listen very carefully. I'll ask you questions anytime. And then you have the state. For each and every order, you have a lot of information. You know which city and which state and which country and which country, state, these two things, and postal code, and the PIN number, zip code, okay, and then the market, region, all the things you have. And the product category and product name, region, subcategory, product name, sales amount, quantity, discount, profit, all the things are available. 25,006 records are there. But if you look closely, segment is there, city is there, state is there, category is there, everything is there. But still, can I say how many number of females made the order and how many number of or how many number of orders we received it from female? How many number of orders we received it from male? Can we answer with this one? No, right? Because you don't have a column called gender. If you have a column something like this, in addition to this, something like gender, here, this is sorted by female, female, and then this is like a male. Likewise, you have separate column. Now you can give that answer to your manager. Now you can say, you can classify, right? Probably by applying the filter. For example, I'm going to select this the entire column. I go to the data here in Excel, and then I'm going to apply the filter. And then here you can see the filter icon. I'm going to unselect everything. I just want to see, select only the female. We can see that only 3 females they ordered, made an order. Now I want to see how many number of males they ordered. Only one male he ordered it, right? So with the help of the gender column, you are able to find out how many number of orders we received it from female, how many number of orders we received it from male. The gender is a categorical column. Categorical column. Just give me a second. So got it. So how many number of orders we received from? How many number of orders? Okay. How many number of orders we received from? Now we can see 3 orders we received female, 1 order we received male. Okay. You just think that okay. Up to this, you assume that only 4 records, rest of them are not there. Okay. If I delete it, nothing will be there now. This one, and just let's assume that your manager gave you only this Excel sheet, right? But with the gender column, we can tell 3 orders we received from female. One, two, three, 3 records. Hence, we received 3 orders from female, and we received 1 order from male. With the help of the gender only, we are able to classify these transactions. These are called transactions, right? How many number of records that contains female gender? How many number of records that contains male? If you don't have a gender column, and if I ask you by giving this Excel sheet, how many number of orders are received by female or male, can you tell me? Can you tell me that? No, right? You say, sir, I don't have any clue because we don't have a gender column yet. So the gender column is, let's say, if it is available, the help of the gender column, you can answer to that question. So the gender column is a categorical column, right? What we did actually, we literally did some kind of labeling. We labeled this transaction. So this specific order, right? We label this one as female in the gender column. So it's a label, right? Female is a label and male is a label. Okay, that is what your normal type of variable is on the ground. With the normal type of variable, we can find out the frequency. Like I said, how many number of what are the frequencies that the female records can, female records are appearing? 3 records, right? Female, 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 3 records. The frequency, how many frequency? The frequency is 3. We can use a frequency and proportions with the nominal type of variable. You cannot find out the average or minimum maximum. If I find out the average on the gender column, does that make any sense? See the gender column, if I find out the average or minimum or maximum, does it make any sense? The text data, how can you find out average? You do not find out average, correct? For example, you might be asking this question, Satya, instead of having female, in our company, they encoded the male and female as 0 and 1. So this is the 0 is for female, 1 is male. Now this became the numeric column. Can I find out average? Still, it does not make any sense. So 22.5 average female, can you see like that? It does not make any sense. Got it? Even though the gender column, you encode it as with the numerical like zeros and one, still, if you apply average on this column, it does not make any sense. Or rather than this one, right? Simple here. Female, female. Can you find out average now? Nothing, right? Can you find out standard deviation? You cannot because of text data. Got it? So, right, this is the example. So, give me some other example for nominal type of variable. Car color. You have a column called car color. The color of the car is red, blue, ash green, bottle green. Likewise, you have you sell different colors of the car in your showroom. That's the categorical column. Which one? The uh, colors of the car, right? You have a column called colors of the car. And already we have seen here gender. Gender is also a text and categorical column. Don't say the text column is all the text columns are called as category. No. The categorical column, listen very carefully. I'll ask you this. The categorical column is nothing but the column that contains less number of unique values. What do you mean by unique values? It's which all genders they are raising the orders with us. You say female, male. You never say 3 female, 1 male, right? The question here is which all genders are buying it from us? Male and female, they are buying it from us. Even though the female occurs multiple times, to answer to this question, what do you say? So female and male, both of them are ordering it, sir. And the next question is, can you tell me how many number of orders we received from female and male? Then you need to find out the frequency. Frequency is nothing but the number of occurrences. The more the number of occurrences, right? So that is called your higher frequency. Okay. Here in this case, compared to male, the female the female occurs more number of times. Hence, we say that compared to male, the females are buying more or raising more number of orders. Is it clear or not? Yes, it's clear. How about others? Only one person said mentioned, Soumya mentioned that it's pretty clear. How about others? Are you able to understand or not? Type it in the chat window. Okay, give any other examples for the categorical column, no? Okay, so the gender and you are something on car color, which you are dealing black color, red car, and yellow color, white color. Since you have a car color column available in your data set, with this you can answer to a question something like if somebody is asking you something like this, okay, how many number of orders we received in black color, how many number of orders we received in red color, yellow color, white color, and so on, right? Now with the help of yes, mode of transportation, excellent, right? Mode of transportation, sorry, transportation. So it's a road, it's like a road, and then rail. By rail, we are going to ship the products. Okay, by or the lorry, by lorry, mode of shipment, all the things we can see. Mode of shipment, mode of transportation. So, or how do you come to office on a daily basis? You come by two-wheeler or let's see, a mode of transportation, right? Two-wheeler, car, and again luxury car. These are the different types of transportation or mode of transportation. So, how many number of two-wheelers are coming to our office on a daily basis? The more the number of two-wheelers, so you count it, right? Basically, you just apply a filter and you select one two-wheeler. There's nothing but the frequency, which one occurs more number of times, based on which you say, compared to the two-wheelers, people, more number of staffs are coming by car. They're working in a software company. Okay. Most of them they come by car. Okay. So the mode of transportation is another example for levels of measurement. So nominal is nothing but a categorical variable. The categorical variable, you cannot apply the average or you cannot find out minimum and maximum. It does not make any sense. But instead, you can find out the frequencies, how many number of occurrences of any specific values. You can find it in the data set. Another example is for nominal type of variable. Defect type. Defect type. For example, you are in the manufacturing, you manufacture mobile phones. How many, while manufacturing it, there could be some mobile phones may not meet all the stated requirements, right? So the mobile phone, okay. In your mobile phone, you don't have the audio. The default audio application was not installed. Okay. So what they do is, okay, they come up with the feature, something like inbuilt recording feature will be there, audio recording. But still, while manufacturing, there could be chance the audio is not working in some mobile phones. Defective. So defect type is another example for nominal type of variable. In the defect type, we have something, let's say no, yes or no. Yes means, yes, these products we have defective pieces are there. These transactions we don't have defective pieces are there. Defect type is another example. Okay. Shipment mode. Yeah, ship mode. Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. So that's what Sharmati already mentioned. Mode of transport. Yeah, mode. So, yeah, shipment mode of something like, same day delivery and normal delivery, standard delivery, express delivery, something like that. Okay. So these are the examples for the categorical type of variable. So these examples are more related to your novel type of the variable. Next one is the ordinal type of the variable. Like nominal type of the variable, like nominal type of variable, you can also find out the frequency and proportions of the ordinal type of the variable. So both of them are categorical type of variable, categorical variable, which are the nominal as well as ordinal type of the variables are nothing but the categorical variables. Then what is the difference? Why do they have something else called ordinal? Since both of them are same, why they named it as ordinal? But there is a subtle difference between nominal and ordinal type of the variable. For example, you have a column called customer feedback. Okay. So one means outstanding. Okay, the tastes are really awesome, outstanding. The customer rating two, it's good. Okay, it's good. It's not bad, it's good. Number three is bad. Number four is very, very bad. Let's say you have only four rating things are there. One, two, three, four. If some customers this one, that means that your product is really good. But here, in the case of customer rating, right, there is some superiority comes into picture. Rating one is superior than rating two. You agree with me or not? I'll just write it here. So you have something called customer feedback here. Some customers they gave you listen a wrong. He gave, let's say you came to a restaurant, he had food, he gives one, and Ashok he gives the feedback as two, and Mahesh, this guy gives the feedback as one, and Suresh, this guy gives the rating as three. That means according to him, it's a very bad taste. The taste is bad. But majority of them, if you see in this given data set, one, right, one occurs more than one time compared to other values. That we can see a higher frequency on one, right? So Ram and Mahesh, both of them rated our product as one. Here, can I say one is greater than two? Yes, that is possible, right? But if you literally go by the numeric thing, one is greater than two, no, right? One is less than two, man. But here, one represents outstanding, two represents good, and one represents outstanding, and three represents bad. One is nothing but outstanding. Obviously, the feedback outstanding is better than good, right? So one is greater than two. There is a superiority comes into picture. There is an order. It involves some kind of order in this data. Which data? Customer feedback column. Data has some order in it. Okay, one, two, one, three, and all. So though mathematically one is less than two, when it comes to nominal type of variable, one is greater than two as per this data, as per the context. One is outstanding. Outstanding is obviously greater than the good one. So both the nominal and ordinal type of variables are categorical variable. Customer feedback is a categorical variable, right? So categorical variable. But unlike the nominal type of the variable, the ordinal type of variables have order in it. The values of the ordinal type of the variable has some order in it. Okay, order in it. But in the case of ordinal type of the variable, like I mentioned, gender column, can we say females are superior than male? And vice versa? That does not make any sense. Right? We cannot say females are, females are better than guys, male, or male is better than female. Can we say like that? No, right? With that data, we cannot tell like there is no superiority, inferiority when it comes to gender column. When it comes to customer feedback, yes, there is an inferiority and superiority comes into picture. One is a premium one. That means, he's an outstanding candidate. Two, he gave outstanding feedback. And two, he gave two, good. Correct? So it involves some kind of order in it. That is the difference between nominal type of element, ordinal type of element. 1 second. I'll just come back.